anyone having any query related to any topic that we have discussed till now? Anyone want to ask anything? Okay. So our on page SEO is completed. Um, so you have a task uh, that you have to complete by the next session. You have to write a post and you have to optimize it. Means you have to do on page SEO on it, right? I think I have given this task in the last session, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? If no, then now you have to do this task, okay? Yes, Surya.
No,
Sorry.
I said no.
No, okay, okay. So now you have to do this task. You have to complete this task by the next session. Whatever elements we have discussed regarding on-page SEO, all the elements, all the points you have to use in that article, okay, and you have to optimize it. Okay, clear? Okay, so now let's switch to the technical SEO part. Okay, so what is technical SEO basically? Can anyone tell me what is technical SEO? Any idea about that? Vanita, what is technical SEO? Karthik? Yes, Vanita. Yes, yes, yes. Tell me. What is technical SEO? No? Okay, no problem. So, technical SEO is basically um it deals with the technical structure of our website. Okay, means the structure of our website, right? How our website should be optimized for the speed, and how our website should be, the structure of the website should be. Okay, these things, the crawling part, the indexing part, all these things are related to technical part of our website. Okay, so this we will understand in detail what are the elements of technical SEO and how we can optimize our website for technical SEO. Okay, so I'm sharing a PPT with you. Sorry. Now, first of all, when we'll switch to technical SEO, the first thing that comes is Google Search Console. Okay, so uh, okay, is my PPT visible? Is PPT
Yes,
visible? Okay, so any idea about Google Search Console? Anyone have used it earlier? No. Okay, so Google Search Console is basically it is a free tool provided by Google. Okay, and it helps website owners to monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot their website's presence in Google search results. Right. So basically, it provides insights into how Google views your website and it helps you optimize your website's visibility in search results, right? This is basically Google Search Console. It is also known as Webmaster Tool. Okay. And there are various um, matrices available in Google Search Console, on the basis of which it provides a report of our website's health. Okay. So I'm sharing the Google Search Console um, dashboard also, so that you will understand it in better way.
Ma'am, what is the second name you said?
Google Search Console.
No, the second name you said, like of this only, of this Google Search Console.
Webmaster Tool. Webmaster Tool.
Okay, okay, all right.
Okay. Yes. So one second. Is the dashboard visible? Google Search Console dashboard is visible to you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the dashboard of Google Search Console. The practical we will do. First of all, we'll understand the theory part of Google Search Console. These are the matrices available. These are the points available in Google Search Console, on the basis of which it will provide reports of our website, how our website is performing. Okay. This is the performance. Okay. It will tell you how many clicks you have got, how many impressions you have what is the average CTR on your website, and what is the average position of your website, right? So it will provide the performance, and what are the top queries on which your website is ranking, or on which your website is getting impressions or clicks. Okay, what are the top ranking pages of your website, which are the countries from where you are receiving traffic on your website, from which devices you are getting traffic, and how your website is performing in search engine result page, and on which date you have got clicks and impressions. Okay. So these are the top queries, right? And this is the part, URL inspection. Inspection is basically for uh, indexing your pages or your website in Google Search Console. Okay. So what is indexing, what is crawling, that we have to understand first, to understand the Google Search Console. So all these points we will understand first. Okay. We will understand the theory part first, and then we will do the practical, right? So what is crawling? First of all, understand the crawling part. So what is crawling? Any idea about crawling? What is crawling? Anyone? No idea? See, crawling, or there are crawlers or spiders, or we can say bots of search engine. They come to your website and analyze your website. Okay. And read all the content that is available on your website, and after that they index the content available on your website on their servers. Okay. Indexing means they store the data from your website on their server, and when someone searches for keyword related to your business or your website, if if they find your content suitable according to that keyword, they will rank your content on search engine result page. Okay, so this is how it works. So crawling part is when spiders or crawlers come to your website and analyze the content available on your website. This process is known as crawling. Okay, clear? Any doubt in this? Okay. After crawling, uh, the next thing we have is indexing. Okay, so indexing is when they store the content of our important content of our website on their server. This process is known as indexing. Okay, and how we can request for indexing from this url inspection option. Okay, whenever we update anything on our website, or whenever we upload anything new on our website, what we have to do, just copy that url from the website and go to this url inspection option and put your url here. Okay, and inspect it. Okay, after this, for example, this is a url of my website. Okay, so I'll inspect it here. It is already indexed, page is indexed. Okay, but in case if it is not indexed, we can request indexing from here. Okay, so that bots will come to our page, our website. They will analyze the content and store it on their server. Okay, so this part is known as indexing. This process is known as indexing. Clear? Crawling and indexing both are clear?
Ma'am, indexing is not clear. Can I? Yes.
Indexing is not clear.
Yes.
Okay, indexing means when uh, the crawlers of search engine, they analyze the content of your website. Okay, means after crawling your website, they um, save the content of your website on their server. Okay, why they save their content on their server? So that when someone searches for any keyword related to your business, they will pass on that information to that user on yeah, they will rank your content in front of them. Okay, this process is known as indexing. Okay, clear? What is indexing? Means to save your content on their server. Okay, so that they can rank your content whenever any targeted audience searches for your keyword.
Okay.
And how it works, uh, first of all, ro- robots.txt is
Ma'am, your voice is too low.
now am I audible clearly?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Now it's better.
Okay, so robots.txt is a file that tells the search engine bots which file to crawl on our website and which one to avoid. Okay, so this file actually helps crawlers to save time and invest on important pages available on our website. Okay, clear? What is robots.txt file? Is it clear, or should I repeat it once again?
Don't say stupid.
Repeat? Should I repeat?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
See, robots.txt file is a file um, where we actually update the urls of our website that we want to crawl or that we do not want to crawl. Okay, for example, there are some pages on our website that we want to rank, right? And some of the pages, like some pages that may not completed. Okay, we want to update some more content on those pages, or There may be some pages like admin page. Okay, so these pages we don't want to rank, right? So we can uh, uh, we can put this pages into avoid pages. Okay, means we will recommend crawler, do not crawl this page. Okay, to the robots.txt file. Okay, and other pages which are important, we will update them into the allow section. Okay, so that crawlers will come to our website and crawl those pages. Clear? Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll show you practically also how this works. uh, One second. Is my website visible now? Here I have already added Yoast SEO plugin on my website, right? So here what you have to do, just go to the settings section. Sorry, in the tools section you have to go for robots.txt, and in the tools section you will find file editor. Okay, and in the file editor you will find this robot.txt file. Okay, now here you have to update which URLs you want to disallow and which URLs you want to allow. Okay, clear? Now what is the format of this robots.txt file? First of all, you need to specify for which crawler or for which search engine you want to update this file. If you want to update this file for all the type of search engines, so you will put this asterisk symbol here. Okay, this one. Sorry. So that means this file is for every type of crawler or every type of search engine. Clear? After that, you have to write disallow colon all the URLs that you don't want to index. For example, the admin page of your website that you don't want to rank, right? So that you can put in the disallow section. Okay, and all the URLs that you want to put in allow section, that you want to rank. For example, any post that you have updated, any image that you have updated, or you can put directly the URL of the sitemap. Okay, in the allow section. Okay, clear? Is it clear how to update robots.txt file? Yes or no?
Ma'am, can you repeat once more, ma'am?
Yes.
Near
In that URL, ma'am.
I'm just clarify this allow section. Where is that?
Allow section. So allow section is, this is the allow section. Okay,
Okay,
means it will,
sitemap.
yes. Okay,
Okay.
so here you will, okay, because sitemaps contain all the important URLs available on your website, right? So we will put all the important URLs that we want to rank on our website, that we will write in the allow section. Okay, and all the pages that we don't want to rank, for example, the admin page of our website, that is just for us. Okay, we don't want it to rank. Okay, so that page we can put in the disallow section, or any other page that we don't want to rank for now. Okay, so that page we can put in the disallow section. Okay, so robots.txt file is basically is the file that tells search engine that which files on our website we want to crawl and which pages we don't want to crawl. Okay, so that crawlers, when they come to our website, they will just focus on important pages and they will avoid the unimportant pages. Okay, so it will save their time. Clear? Because when they come to our website, they have limited time. Okay, because they have to crawl all the websites, all the content available on internet. Okay, so they have limited time, that is known as crawl budget. Okay, so if they have limited time, they we just want them to focus that time on important pages of our website, right? That is why we update this robots.txt file. Clear? Is it clear now? Any doubt? Karthik, is it clear? Surya?
Ma'am, in this allow section, we have to mention that link alone, right?
Yes, correct.
Not like in the allow section, you have mentioned something like sitemap.
Sitemap, yes. I'm
Okay,
telling what is
division.
sitemap also. Okay.
Okay. Done.
Okay. Yes,
Ma'am, we have to paste our website link, ma'am, here.
yes. Website link means the in the allow section we will put the important pages that we want to rank, and in the disallow section we will put all the pages that we don't want to rank. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. It is in the tools or Yoast SEO, ma'am.
In the in the Yoast SEO you will find it in tools. Okay, in tools I'm showing the process once again. You will click on tools. In tools you will find this file editor, and when you will click file editor you will find this robots.txt file. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so this is robots.txt. So clear how to update robots.txt file and what is the importance of robots.txt file?
Yes, no.
Okay, good. Now next term is sitemaps. What are sitemaps? Sitemaps are actually it is also a file where we provide information about the content available on our website. Okay, means sitemap is actually a file that contains all the URLs available on our website, whether it is image, video, any PDF, any document, any post, anything that we have uploaded on our website. The XML sitemap contains all the URLs of the uploads on our website. Okay, clear what is XML sitemap? Clear what is sitemap? That is why I have put that XML sitemap in the allow section. Clear? Now let's see. Yes, Surya.
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, so let's see how to generate this XML sitemap and where to submit this XML sitemap. Okay, so again we'll go to the Yoast SEO, and in the Yoast SEO we'll go to settings. The settings part you have to scroll down. Mm, this is the feature of XML sitemap. Okay, it is already enabled here. We just have to click on view the XML sitemap, and is it visible now? This is XML sitemap file. Okay, it contains, see, all the URLs of posts available on this website, pages available on this website, categories, tags, and author sitemap. Okay, so everything is available, everything that is available on the website, URLs of all the things are available in this XML sitemap. Now what we will do after generating this XML sitemap, we'll just copy the URL of this XML sitemap, okay, from the address bar, and we will go to the Google Search Console. Okay, this is Google Search Console, and this is the option of sitemaps. So we will click on the sitemaps, and this is the option to update the sitemap. So here we will update the sitemap. So up to this, it is already written here. So we will erase it, and we will submit the sitemap. Okay, so sitemap is submitted successfully. See, here we will get the acha. Uh, okay, you will get the message also after. Let me refresh it. Okay, see, September 2 sitemap was submitted and it was successful. 241 pages were discovered, right? This is how we have to submit the sitemap on our Google Search Console. Clear? Process is clear? Any doubt? Okay. Now, after this, indexing is clear. This is clear. Now, let's see what are the uh, more options available. Here you will get the information of all the pages, in not indexed pages, indexed pages you will get. Okay, how many pages are not indexed on your website and how many pages are indexed. Okay, then if website contains video pages, then videos will be available. And but I have no videos. Sitemaps is done. Now removals part. Okay, so uh, now how removals work on Google Search Console. Any idea about this, how removals work? No. So actually this removals you can use when you want to remove any outdated URL from your website. Okay, for example, you may have published any content on your website earlier, and now that content is outdated. Okay, so in that case what you can do, you can remove that URL from the search engine result pages also, so that it will not be visible, the outdated content will not be visible to the users. Okay, so the removal section in Google Search Console is actually used uh, to temporarily or permanently remove specific content from Google's search results. Okay, so this way you can manage and control the visibility of your website's content in the search results, right? Now, uh, let's see, let's click on this. Okay, so this is temporary removal, this is outdated content, and this is save search filtering. What are these options? First of all, the temporary. Okay, so temporary removals, this option hides specific URL from Google search results. Okay, for about 6 months. Okay, it also sorry, it also clears the cached copy of the page, right? And clear cached URL means this option removes the cached pages and the page description snippet in search results until the page is crawled again. Okay, so if you have removed any page temporarily, that will be valid for yeah, for that will be available only for 6 months. Okay, means for 6 months it will be removed. After that you have to crawl that page again with the fresh content. Okay, clear? Temporary removal is clear? Any doubt in this? Okay, then next is outdated content. What is this option? This section lists content that users have requested to be removed from Google's index because the content no longer exists on the page or has been significantly changed, right? So in that case, what we will do, we will put that in outdated content and we will remove that content from our website and the search results too. Okay, so that our users will not get outdated content on our website. Clear? Is it clear? Any doubt? Okay, after this, next is safe search filtering. What is safe search filtering? This section shows URLs that Google has filtered out from safe search result. Okay, means this feature actually helps filter out explicit content from search results. Clear? This is safe search filtering. Clear? All the three options are clear. How this removals
Ma'am,
work?
can you please repeat this once?
Last one, safe search one.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the safe search actually means it will give you, it will filter out the explicit content from the search results. Okay, and it will provide you all the URLs that are available, okay, in the Google search result. Okay, so
Okay.
this is the safe search filtering, and other two are clear, outdated and the temporary removal, that is clear.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the removal part. uh, Other things, uh, huh. Now we have this performance overview also. So performance overview, acha, we have discussed this. Index coverage report also we have discussed. Sitemaps we have discussed. Now we have this enhancements, right? uh, Page experience, core web vitals, and HTTPS. These three things we have. What are these things? This section includes the reports on core web vitals. Core web vitals are actually the scores given to our website, okay, on the basis of user experience. Okay, when visitors come to our website, how they experience, how is their experience on our website, okay, regarding the page loading speed. Okay, and there are many other things, okay, that depends. Okay, so that is core web vitals. We will understand in detail what is core web vitals, but it is the score of your website, okay, in total. Clear? So that is available here in the core web vitals. uh, okay, here they will provide, if there is any issue related to core web vitals on your website, it will be visible here. Okay, after this, after core web vitals, next thing we have is mobile usability. So how is your website on mobile version, that you can see in mobile usability, and what are the issues related to mobile version, that will be visible here. Okay, then there is AMP, breadcrumbs, and structured data. Okay, so if you have breadcrumbs on your website, if you have installed AMP on your website, or if you have structured data on your website, it will give you issues related to these things. Okay, AMP and structured data we have already discussed. Breadcrumbs, do you know what is breadcrumb? Any idea about this? Have we discussed this? Breadcrumbs?
No, no.
No? Okay, so breadcrumbs are actually, I'll give you an example. Let's go to Flipkart. Breadcrumbs are actually useful in bulky websites For example, this is the Flipkart, and I'm clicking on this product. Okay, mobile phone. Now, can you see this? Home, mobile and accessories, and then mobiles. Okay, so the navigation or the path that I have covered is visible here. This is known as breadcrumb. So if I want to go directly to this page, I can directly click on this page. Okay, or let's say I'll click on this also. Now here, see, home, mobile and accessories, mobiles for this mobile, and this particular product. Okay, so now the path is long, right? Now if I want to jump directly to this page or this page or this page, I don't have to go to a main page again and click on this. Okay, I will directly jump to any section of this path. Okay, so this is known as breadcrumb. Okay, clear? This is known as breadcrumb navigation. Clear? Is it clear? Okay,
Mm.
so if you have this breadcrumb available on your website, it will Google Search Console will show you that also. Okay, here. After this, here links are available, site links, search box, and links in settings. Links are actually all the external links and internal links available on your website are visible here, and the links that you create on your website. For example, the when you will do off page SEO, when you link your website with other websites, okay, through off page SEO, that is also available here. So you can check the links connected with your website here in the link section. Okay, so this is how Google Search Console helps you. It also gives you data of clicks, impressions, click through rates. Okay, and you can also filter the data on the basis of date range, query, country, device, and search appearance. Okay, so these are the features of Google Search Console and all the options available in Google Search Console. Any doubt in this, in any feature of Google Search Console? No or yes? Any query related to this?
Ma'am, page experience, ma'am.
Page experience. Page experience is when visitors come to your website, how is their experience on your website? Okay, for example, how was the navigation on your website, and how much time they spent on your website, how was the speed of your website. Okay, so whatever is the experience of visitors on your website, on the basis of that, it will give you report. The Google Search Console will give you report. Okay, so that you can optimize your website according to that. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Any other query? No. Okay, so let's see how to connect this Google Search Console to our website. Okay, for connecting Google Search Console, first of all, just search for Google Search Console and then
I
click.
can
Ma'am,
see
your
on
screen
the
is not visible.
Oh,
yes,
oh,
I can see on the Flipkart page.
sorry. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, search for Google Search Console. I'll do it once again. Google Search Console. Okay, sign in to continue to Google Search Console. You will sign in with your Gmail ID. Okay, now after this you will get this option. These are the two options available for adding a property to the Google Search Console. Property is your website, right? So here you have to type the URL of your website. Okay, so https colon double slash For now, I'll write xyz.com. Okay. Now, after this, uh, enter URL prefix. Uh,
I think www.
uh, okay. One second. Let me try with this original website. Mm, this is available. XYZ. Yes, now it is complete. So https colon double slash, okay, and your domain name, right? After writing this, continue. It will check the verification, but the property is still not verified. So now you have to verify it. Okay, for verification there are different methods available. Either you can update the HTML file, you can update the HTML tag, you can use Google Analytics, you can use Google Tag Manager, or you can use this DNS property. Okay, these are the different methods available. You have to choose any one of them. Okay, so this is the HTML file. This is the file available. You just have to download this file and upload it to your website. And after publishing this on your website, you have to um, click verify here. That's it. Okay, and your verification will get succeed. Okay, this is one method. Another method is HTML tag. So here what you have to do, you have to copy this tag. Okay, for example, let me try this. This is the tag. You have to copy this and copy the meta tag below and paste it into your website's home page, uh, in the head section and in the body section. Okay, before the first body section, sorry, in the head section you have to place it. Okay, so I'll copy this code and let's go to the website. XYZ website is not actually it is a website, but I'll show you on this website. Okay, so in the appearance section of your website, go to theme file editor, and here, can you see this theme header on the left hand side, right hand side? On the right hand side you have to click on this, and this is the head section available, right? So just below this you have to paste that code. Okay, but this is not the actual website, so I will not put the code. After putting that code, you have to update the file, and that's it. After updating this file, again come to the Google search console and click on verify here. Clear? Process is clear? Any doubt in this process?
Ma'am, this one is clear, but first process, ma'am.
First one, in the first one, what you have to do, you have to just download this file. Okay, this is the file, this is the file. Okay, so you have to just copy this code. Okay, site verification code, go to your website and put this in any of the post. Okay, and publish that post. After publishing, you have to just come to this Google search console again, and after coming to the Google search console, click on verify. That's it. Okay, this is the process. Clear? First one is also clear.
Yes, ma'am.
All these steps are written here, right? Download the file, upload this, and click on verify, right? Same here. Copy this code. Okay, put it in the head section of the coding and verify it here. Okay, you have to follow any one of this. Don't follow all the steps. Okay, after this, acha, there is one more option. Either you can put it in the coding section, or what you can do, you can copy this code and through one second, through Yoast SEO plugin also you can update this. What you can do, just go to the Google, this Yoast SEO, and go to general settings, and integrations, site connections. Okay, in the site connection section, this is the Google. Okay, these are the different search engines. So if you want to connect the Google search engine, we will copy the code here. Okay, and update the file. Okay, and verify it here, and your website will get connected to the Google search console. Clear? This process is also clear. How to do this with Yoast SEO? Clear? Process is clear. Any doubt in this? Anyone? Okay. After this, next method is through Google Analytics. So this we will do in the next session because we don't have much time now. Okay. So in this process, what we have to do, first we have to connect our website with Google Analytics. After connecting with Google Analytics, just verify here. Okay, and your website will also get connected to the Google Search Console. Clear? And next is Google Tag Manager. So here we have to connect the Google Tag Manager first with our website, and then we will verify it here, and our website will get connected to the Google Search Console. Clear? So these two are long process that we will cover in the next session. This one is, we have to update the DNS records. Okay, we have to go to our domain name provider, and we have to find the txt record. Okay, and we'll copy this and configure this. Okay, and then after we will verify it. Okay, clear? So these three things, these three methods we will cover in the next session. Okay, because they are lengthy process, it will take time. Okay.
Domain name provider is infinite free, no, ma'am?
Yes, infinity free. Correct.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, or from where you will purchase the domain and hosting. Okay, that will be it. Okay.
I have gone through that only, ma'am. Infinite free. It is free, and we are
Uh-huh.
just learning.
Yes, that you can use. Okay. Okay, any
Ma'am,
doubt, any query? Yes, Karthik.
ma'am, initially you have told about the tasks, no, ma'am. Task or assignment.
Yes.
Can you say it, ma'am, again once? I didn't get it. Initially, there's a network problem due to rains.
Uh-huh. Okay. Task is, you have to write an article on your website. Actually write two articles because you will provide internal link also. So write two articles on your website, the website that you have created. Okay, and optimize it according to the domain name provider. Okay, and
Can tell us the detail now?
yes, I'll show you. You have to write the content. For example,
Yeah, to
on
write
this,
for the post, right? Kind of any post, right?
yes, new post you have to write. For example, you will go to the new post, and you will put the heading, you will add the content, right? You will get the interface like this. This SEO plugin will not be available on the free version, but this will be available. So you have to write the title, the content, headings, and you have to add the images and links to your content. Okay, whatever the elements of on page SEO that we have discussed, all those elements should be present in your content. That is the purpose. Okay, clear? Task is clear now? Any doubt in the task?
Okay, ma'am, it's clear.
Clear? Okay, Surya, clear?
Yes, mummy. Well,
Okay, So
Ma'am, did you check our website which I created?
yes, I have seen it, but not completely. I didn't get time actually. I got fever, so but I'll check. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
I'll let you know. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I have also mailed my websites, ma'am, to you.
Mailed.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
okay, I'll check. On which ID you have sent?
Palak Pancholi 5, ma'am.
Acha, acha. Okay, I'll check, Karthik. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So, all the best for the task. I hope by the next session you will complete the task, and we'll continue this Google Search Console in the next session. Okay. And if you have any query related to any topic, you can ask me in the next session. Okay.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. Take
Yeah.
care.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's wind up the session now.